On March 11th, 2020, I became a matador. 3 days later, we went into lockdown. I'm a mother who has worked while completing her general education credits, and I'm in the final home stretch of achieving something that has taken me the better part of a decade, my bachelor's degree. My husband and I knew significant changes were coming with a move to the valley: a proper bedroom for our little one, longer commutes to our jobs, a lower walking score. We lived in West Hollywood. But it also meant we were on our way to finishing something we started. Before WeHo, as locals affectionately call it, we lived in New York. And as New Yorkers, there is this strange addiction that you develop to the constant presence of other humans. It's not that you intend to interact with all of them or even make a million friends and become the mayor of the block. No, instead, that it's essential to surround yourself with people to keep your base instincts of survival intact. We were marking our 10th year in our rent controlled West Hollywood apartment. The tiny tinge of New Yorker that had once hitchhiked her way from the Lower East Side to Midtown on a Vespa had long since been chased back in green smoothies. I was now a part of the car bubble culture. I sat in the comfort of my vehicle, judging strangers through side glances into my rearview mirror instead of asking them for free rides to the bar. Here we were, all grown up, so completely removed from the identity that we had determined was so important to us. We had built a makeshift room in our apartment for our toddler, and with no windows or a proper door, it started to feel like we were storing her in a pantry. All that was missing was some canned goods and pickling jars next to her floor bed to complete the look. I don't think you can justify that as progressive parenting. It was time to move to the valley. We had virtually accepted the new chapter in our old person lives when we read the news. The school was going virtual. Not having this clear path that dictated which direction we would be turning and how short or long the distance would feel, well, it made everything feel unhinged. Part of me was excited to work remotely. I already had my insecurities about returning to school as an older transfer student. I'd already worried about sudden moves, new neighborhoods, and the parking attendant who seemed like she'd had a bad day the first time I met her. Now I felt disconnected from everything and everyone. The thought occurred to me that I would hate to have been a New Yorker at a time like this, perhaps a testament to how much of a Californian I'd become. I imagined the walking, the subway riding, the tiny apartments, and watching the privileged one percenters flee their expensive Tribeca apartments to their other expensive homes in less urban environments. I thought about my car bubble, my affordable farm fresh veggies that get delivered to my door, my 10-year-old rent control, and my middle aged neighbor who would fist bump my kid every day, even when she couldn't go out to see any other face for months. I thought, how lucky am I that I live in a place where I can sit across a computer screen from my teachers and peers, calling in from all over the country to learn about something I love. Regardless of who we are or where we are coming from, we are all just sitting, learning, and living.
Hello everyone, I am Isabel Rolkaba and I'm going to talk about my virtual learning experience. Virtual learning gave me a lot of time to think of myself deeply and helped me to come to realize some truths about myself. Within 1 month of attending CSUN, I came out as a transgender woman. Being in virtual learning and within a very accepting school environment, I felt safe and ready to come out. One of my biggest support systems was my queer studies class. My professor and my classmates accepted me with open arms, and I felt seen and loved. It was also a plus that taking this course helped me hone in my writing skills and helped me create some awesome papers. Here you see me with one of my fellow queer studies classmates having a blast. One of the best yet hardest parts of virtual learning was making friends, but I still managed to make a handful. We became support systems for each other under our unique circumstances, and it helped make my first year tolerable and fun. Friends are by far the best reason to go to college, besides the whole degree thing, of course. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed my small presentation.